What if I told you that the dream body that you keep envisioning and dreaming about at night is actually not only possible, but inevitable if you defeat those 4 final bosses of weight loss that I'm about to share with you. If you're brave enough to do this, you will get transformation like this. I can guarantee it. Also, my name is Flo. I'm a certified personal trainer. My mission on here is basically to help you get your dream body without making your life a nightmare. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Also, I'm kind of in my studying mode right here for my psychology and neuroscience degree, so that's gonna stay. Anyways, the first final boss is comfort. Because when you think about it, you're kind of fine. Either you're fine with your body or you got so used to it that you're comfortable enough that why would I make myself uncomfortable? Because spoiler alert, weight loss is easy in theory, you know, move more, eat less. But in practice, it's a little bit difficult, right? You're comfortable enough that you don't know why you would get yourself through that discomfort of having to do the weight loss thing. Your body is good enough or you got used to it. Most people don't start, whether it's weight loss or anything else, because my life is just fine. Why would I quit and go for my dream job when this job isn't so bad at all? I hate that I'm gonna say it this way, but you're not miserable enough that you don't demand yourself to change. So what are we gonna do? We are going to make a full-on list of all the reasons why, and that's something I make all of my clients do when they start. All the reasons why, I actually do need to change. I actually have so many reasons as to why my life is miserable right now. I don't feel confident in a crop top. I can't fit into my favorite clothes and I don't want to wear them. I hide myself in big clothes, or maybe I don't want to go out. I constantly think about food. I binge all the time. I don't want to pass that on to my children. My children are seeing me doing this and they're kind of doing it too. Whatever it might be, have so many reasons that please cry, by the way, when you make that letter, because it really needs to put that fire under your ass of like, why am I even staying like this? I need to get out of this situation right now. Because maybe right now you're just telling yourself, you know what, I'm lazy, I'm not really motivated, which is what so many women tell me. They're gonna be like, oh, there's so many events coming up, or it's been so busy and I've just felt lazy, you know, I didn't want to go to the gym, ha ha ha. No, not ha ha ha. You're not lazy, you're just comfortable. A lot of women, when they join my program, by the way, you can apply down below, they're gonna tell me, you know, I've realized that I'm wasting my potential and I can look so much better if I just get myself to do the thing and, you know, go through that discomfort. And usually I'm the fire under the ass. I don't know how that's gonna sound, but that's kind of the fact. Like, you know, when you wake up in the morning, your bed is way more comfortable than at night when you maybe couldn't fall asleep. That's exactly what it is. It's so comfortable because you're used to it. You've slept in it for like 8 hours and you don't want to get into the cold. That's exactly what is going on, and that is exactly why you're not doing the thing, because you're just like, do I want to be a little hungry and sweaty and sore a little bit and uncomfortable and have to say no to things and have to set boundaries with myself and other people, have to take care of my sleep, have to take care of my stress, definitely have to take care of my food, have to take care of my exercise and make sure I follow the plan. Do I really want to do that? That sounds like a lot. No. My life is good enough right now. So, first step, realizing that you're not lazy, you're just comfortable. And if you want to stay comfortable, I don't know why you're on that video, because your dream body is not going to make you miserable to get there, but it is going to make you uncomfortable. That's something you have to realize, like right here, right now. If you see anyone saying, look, oh, the lazy way to do this. No, at some point you're going to have to be a little hungry because you're going to be in a deficit. And you have to be a little sweaty because you have to work out. Those are the main 2 things that are uncomfortable. And anyone who says the lazy way, no, there's no lazy way. There is the hard way, but it doesn't have to be miserable. Because if it was easy, everyone would have it. Would it be that good to have? Would it be something that you actually want? If everyone had it, it wouldn't be as worthy, would it? So rule number 1 to defeat that final boss is basically, screw this, I don't want good enough. I want to be great. I want to have max out my stats. I want to, you know, see and say that I've been able to go to my fullest potential. It's what a lot of women say when they start my coaching program. Right before they enter, they're like, you know what, I'm realizing I want to not watch, you know, life go by and feel like I'm behind because I'm so focused on food and weight loss, but never do anything about it. I want to feel like I'm doing things to my fullest potential, and the easiest way most often is weight loss or body transformation. Because once you see, this is, there's not that many variables. Once you have the perfect thing, there's not many variables. Once you see that you can do this, you are fucking unstoppable. Once you see that you can change matter, and when I say matter, I mean your body, physical, right? That was a bit more brutal than I wanted to do. Into something different, you're like, I can change matter. I can change anything else in my life if I'm uncomfortable enough to go do that. The second final boss of weight loss is discipline. And I've made so many videos about how to be disciplined. But the thing is, so many people are going to start something only to quit within 7 days. And that's, I can pull out the numbers for anyone who starts their New Year's resolution. That's, again, worst thing in existence. No, but the worst idea is to start in January when it's dark, cold, raining, and you want to hibernate. Why would you do that? Start now. Anyways, point being, yes, everyone can be motivated to do something for 1 day, 2, maybe 7, but by the time you reach day 144, are you still going to be as excited by doing the things that isn't new now, that isn't comfortable, because it's repetitive? Maybe you're kind of bored because it's always the same food, or it's always the same meal plan, or it's always the same workout plan. It's not new anymore. And that's the second final boss, because oh my god, does it get tiring. And I'm saying that as I'm on my cut, I haven't vlogged it, I really need to start. It gets so boring when you know, okay, today is gym day, this is exactly what I'm gonna be doing, then I have that to do and it's not new anymore and I'm just doing the same thing. The worst is with food, because I do rely on the fact that eating the same things over and over makes me not have to rely so much on decision, like willpower. So I eat the same food and sometimes I'm like, ugh, okay, time to have the same thing. Woohoo. It's not fun. And that's where it's actually hard. Like, that's the hardest part of weight loss, is it's the same fucking boring, consistent thing that you have to do over and over and over and over again until you see the results that you want. Let's say 1,000 people decide I'm gonna, get in shape this new year. There is a good chunk of people who are never going to start, by the way. I'll put the numbers right here, because there is a good chunk of people who are gonna say I want to do that, but will never start. That's an entire other problem, and that's probably referring to the first, final boss. They're not uncomfortable enough. It would be nice, but do I really have to make myself go through that? I don't know. Okay. Then we have the people who will quit within 7 days. There is a good amount of people. Then there is an amount of people, I think it's, let me find the numbers. Out of, let's say 1,000 people who say like, it would be nice to get something done and, get in shape, we have 70% who actually don't show up. Only 30% who say, hey, actually start. So if you have 1,000 people, you only have 300 of those who actually start on the 1st or the 2nd of January with their New Year's resolution because they want it. Then within that, you have 25% of the people who quit within the first week. How fucking insane. And that's something I've seen, because when I was, starting to track again on MyFitnessPal, every single day would be like, ooh, day 1, day 2, day 3. I'm on day 15 right now. And it would be like, there's only 10% of the people who can do that. And, it would reduce every single day the amount of people who could stay consistent with tracking. And it was almost awful to see like how easy it is to get ahead of so many people, just because I can stay consistent with one thing, which is tracking. That's the one thing that is the easiest thing to do. At least for me. It's just easy to track. And the amount of people you can get like past just because you can do one thing for a little bit longer, and by a little bit longer I mean 10 days instead of 7, insane. Then by the end of the month, 50%, if not more, gone. Bye-bye. Too hard. Thank you. Then after 6 months, 40 to 46% are still succeeding. The other 60-something, gone. There's like very little people. By the end of the year, 1 year, being consistent with something for 365 days, 9% succeed. 9% of the people who start their New Year's resolution actually get somewhere. 90 people out of 1,000. Isn't that insane? 1,000 people are going to say, I want to get in shape. 90 are going to be actually in shape at the end of the year. I keep saying that, but it's a ridiculous thing to do to hope that the New Year's resolution is going to get you anywhere, because it's the worst thing. I don't know why you would start then. I just don't know. For me, the best start is right now. Like, the best time was years ago, right? Second best time to start was yesterday. Best time is now. And that's whenever you're watching this video, by the way. It doesn't matter. I think I started this 15, like this cut, I started it on a random Thursday. Not at the beginning of the month, a random Thursday. What was 15 days before today? With the 13th? The 16th, I think, of October. A random day. And I think that's something that I've always been able to do, because I never understood the concept of January thing. I can start now and be 2 months ahead of me who would start in January. Like, imagine, in 2 months you can lose what? I'm gonna be nice and say 10 pounds. You can lose more. Let's say you start today, 10 pounds. Don't you think that you would be a way happier person if you had started today and 10 pounds lighter, like start the year 10 pounds lighter, then you say, no, you know what, I'm going to wait for January. And then in January, you're going to be maybe 10 pounds heavier, because you're going to be like, oh my God, I have to eat now, because then I'm starting my diet. So I'll be good then. And then you're 10 pounds heavier than you were right now. And you're just like, oh, this is so far away. Is it even worth actually trying something? I'm so far away from my goal. Food for thought again. Okay, the third final boss isn't something that you're expecting. Stalling. You know, when you're like, well, I've been tracking for a while, maybe I can stop tracking. Oh, well, I can skip a workout, that turns into 2, then 3, then 4. Well, you know, I can say yes to that glass of wine, that again turns into 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just are a bit more flexible and assume that the new habits that you've been building for however long are just gonna stay forever now. So you're losing attention to an extent. And that's something that some of my clients, like, I have to check them in, because I can see it immediately. I'm like, hey, has someone been stalling a little bit lately? Because I can see that you used to be very consistent, and now you're like, well, finding excuses for what you can't do, and you're not really locked in and committed anymore, and you let yourself slip. I think you will know what you tend to do when you feel like you've been comfortable enough in the process. But my point stays the same. After a while, as I said, not only does it get boring, but you get overly confident that, oh, I know what to do, and I know that I can do it for a specific amount of time. So, you know, it's locked in now. And then you slip up. And slowly but surely, gravity will do the rest and keep you all the way down to when you have to start over, because you allowed one slip up to happen, which is not a big deal, by the way. I keep telling you all, you will fuck up on the journey, you will slip up. But what matters is that you jump right back in. It doesn't matter that, you know, you've eaten an extra cookie, or Thanksgiving or Christmas happened and you ate a little bit. What happens the next day? You're just gonna think that you're above the basics and yeah, that you're locked in forever and you're good to go. No, you're not. You have to keep reminding yourself, hey, don't forget what we're doing here. Don't forget that you have to keep on showing up, and you have to maintain that same discipline of doing the exact same thing to the exact same intensity. Don't say, you know, oh, I'm gonna stop tracking, because that's when this one is the biggest slippery slope of all, because once you stop tracking, if you track to lose weight, which, as I keep saying, is one of the best way, because it makes life so much easier, you're just falling and overeating and allowing yourself to eat, and then before you know it, you're back right where you started because you stopped tracking. That's the biggest thing for me. But yeah, the point is you have to stay hungry, for lack of a better word, and until I'm where I want to be, I will not stop anything that I've been doing so far to start this journey. I will keep on improving, and I will, 1% better. Improve the process instead of actually doing the opposite of being like, well, it's fine, I've lost 5 kilos, I can do this, I can do that. No, I've lost 5 kilos. How can I improve the process even more? What can I do even better? That's not to say, how can I restrict even more? That's to say, is there any better food system that you can put in place, or better workouts, or some supplements, or is there anything else in your lifestyle that you can do, or is there any type of difficult stuff that you've been struggling with, even if you've lost the 5k, and what can you do? 5 kilos, and what can you do to improve that? Is it sleep? Is it anything? How can I improve instead of, yeah, I'm all good now? No. Now, fourth final boss, and that's the one that is the most important of them all, by the way. And the moment you defeat that one, it's inevitable that you will get your dream body. I very much know the moment for me that it happened. That's the moment that you embrace fully the identity of the person you want to be to get that body, the person who has the body, and you realize, I'm gonna go after it like it needs to happen next week, but I will still be okay if it doesn't happen for 2 years and I have to maintain those habits for 5. And I remember I was on this walk and, I was like, you know what, I'm struggling with binge eating and I just came back from the US back in April. I was overweight and it was even a struggle to go for a walk, right? And I decided, you know what, I'm going to track food because I had just started tracking, and I'm going to take 2 years to do this transformation. I'm just going to pretend that it's going to be in 2 years, and I'm just going to embody exactly the traits of the person I want to become, and it's going to take me 2 years to do that, but I'm going to do it as if it needs to happen now. Not in terms of deficit, but in terms of hunger of what do I need to do to make it happen. The moment I did that, I immediately stopped just being the other person, being the overweight, wanted to happen without any work, wanted to be a 12-week program, and then I will, go back to my old lifestyle. The moment I did that, everything shifted in a way that it just became my new identity to be that fit person who's already there. And that's the commitment that you need to make. The fourth final boss is going through that moment when you realize, oh, it's not going to be a 12-week program. It's going to be my lifestyle for a very good amount of time. I mean, obviously, I'm going to have kids, I'm going to be traveling, I'm going to have goals that change. So that's going to change then, the amount of work that I put into my workouts. For example, right now I'm kid-free, and if I want to spend my time running like a marathon athlete, for example, I could do that. Granted, I would need a little bit of practice, but I could spend my time doing that if I really wanted to. The point is, the same principle applies whether I'm pregnant, whether I am, post-baby, whether I'm in my 50s, whether I'm right now. I still want to be that person who eats healthy and who enjoys life, but also works out and has her sleep very in check, but, does all of that. That's part of my identity, especially running right now. This is part of me. And the results will come, but right now I want to focus on who am I and what do I do on a daily basis, regardless of the results, regardless of what the scale says. Once you do that, people are going to see you as disciplined, but you're not disciplined. You're just being yourself and doing the things that, yeah, of course I'm doing that. That's who I am. Of course I wake up to go to the gym in the morning. Of course I run like however long every day. Not every day, you get my point. That's who I am. Of course I'm gonna be healthy in terms of like what I eat. That's just who I am. When you've reached that point of embodying the traits so deeply that you've adopted the identity before you're that person, because, the mirror will not smile until you do. You can't wait for the mirror to smile. You have to smile first. So you have to be that person first before it shows in the mirror. The body and the scale and all of that will catch up in time. But if you stick with being that person, it's inevitable. There is no other way but you succeeding. You won't have excuses. You're not going to negotiate with yourself of, I want this, I want to eat that, I want to skip this. No, it's you. It's who you are. It's raining. So what? Today I have a gym day plan. Let me go to the gym. That's when it's becoming inevitable for you to get your dream body. I keep telling you, it doesn't have to be miserable, but it's work. But if you can make work something that you are, if that made any sense in English, congratulations, you won. Most women never get there. But you're not most women, because you're still there after a 20-something minute video. I know you want it more, and I know you have the potential to do it. So all you need to do is make the decision right now. Go through the checklist, do the things, and it's just a matter of deciding, I'm going to commit to that. I'm going to defeat those 4 fucking final bosses, and I'm going to get there. And then it's yours. And yeah, that was how to make getting your dream body inevitable.